Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and today I'm going to be reviewing the Women's Prize long-listed book Ordinary Human Failings by Megan Nolan. So if you're new, I follow the Women's Prize. If you're interested in the Women's Prize, hit subscribe. If you're just here for fun, then the like button would be great. If you're a regular, love ya. And Ordinary Human Failings is definitely one of the books that piqued my interest from the beginning. This book was also shortlisted for the Nero Prize last year, and Megan Nolan has been on my radar since her last book, Acts of Desperation, came out, which I also haven't read yet, but you know, one book at a time. So this is a really interesting concept. So we are thrown into quite a traumatic situation. So a young child has been murdered. It looks like that child has been murdered by another child. The child that is under suspicion is part of an immigrant Irish family living in London, and at the time that this is all kicking off, a somewhat sleazy journalist happens to be in the vicinity and almost infiltrates the situation. So we start with that as the kick-off point. But really the book isn't about murder, and it isn't about children murdering children. What this book is about immigration. It's about family. It's about secrets. It's about expectation. Family expectation causing insurmountable damage to young adults. And I think the way that Megan Nolan explored that was really, really interesting. So we actually get this story from multiple perspectives. The dominant perspective is the journalist, and we sort of see almost the societal view through his eyes, the black and white, right? We don't see any shades of grey with him. This is an Irish family. They're poor. There's an alcoholic character involved. They're just not well regarded. So, of course it's them. Of course it's them that's caused the issues. So we get that sort of black and white societal view from the journalist. But then she flicks into other perspectives. So we have the perspective of the mother of the child, the grandfather, the uncle. We also get sort of snippets of other sort of side characters as we go through. And we get to understand how this child has grown up, what her experiences have been, what may have driven her to murder another child. And is it the family that she was in? What did they do to cause that? And it was fantastic. It was really well written, a really interesting look at family dynamics and what societal stereotypes can do to that. It's also about love. It's about love and when love perhaps goes wrong. And yeah, it was just a really solid book. It was quite short. And I think the only reason that I didn't give this a 5-star, I gave this 4 stars, is I would have liked to go deeper. I do understand that Megan Nolan was keeping it short probably on purpose to make it pack more of a punch, but I would have liked more from each of the characters, particularly the child accused of the murder. But then it's one of those books that leaves you asking questions afterwards. We never really get a resolution. It's not a book that's going to be tied up in a nice pretty bow for you at the end. It's one that makes you think, and it makes you think about what society does to people who are in lower classes and in immigrant situations and perhaps aren't able to support themselves as well as others. So yeah, would I recommend this book? Absolutely. I thought it was great. I would really like to see it shortlisted, but it isn't my favourite of the Women's Prize books that I've read, if that makes sense. So yes, those are my thoughts. I'd love to know if you have read it. What did you think? Let me know below. If you're interested in another book that I really loved from the long list, The 8 Lives of a Century-Old Trickster, I will leave my review for that here, and I will see you all very soon with another one. Bye guys!